Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. His Royal Highness Prince Edward, the Earl of Wessex, made a final stop on his Saskatchewan tour in Swift Current on Friday. Provincial, city, and other project dignitaries were on hand for the official Sod Turning of the new $108.5 million long-term care facility in Swift Current.
It's game day in Swift Current again, as we saw the return of Broncos hockey to the iPlex.
And with the latest paperwork in, the Swift Current Broncos are reporting a profit of $197,244 for the 2013-14 year. Thanks for joining us here today. Southwest residents were treated to the experience of a lifetime during the royal visit to Swift Current. We have more in today's top story. His Royal Highness Prince Edward, the Earl of Wessex, made a final stop on his Saskatchewan tour in Swift Current on Friday. His Royal Highness met a group of well-wishers on his walkabout as he entered All Saints Catholic and École Centennial schools. A special day for these royal fans in the Southwest.
I've always enjoyed watching the royal family. When I was a little girl, I had a lot of pictures of the royal family up in my room. And right now I'm proud to be the owner of a huge portrait of Queen Victoria.
This is the first royal that I've ever met, but I love the royalty. And I thought, I'm 23 and I've never seen a royal, and a royal will probably never come to Swift Current ever again for a long time. So I thought it was very important to bring my son and my mom.
And I'm really very pleased to be here to see another generation of royalty. I think this is the third or fourth generation now for me, so that's quite a few.
Once inside, Prince Edward toured the newly opened pre-K through grade 8 schools, was entertained by local students, and planted numerous ceremonial trees. The experience of a lifetime these students will treasure for years to come.
He asked me, will you take care of this tree for me? And I said yes.
That it was really cool and fun, and he was nice.
Prior to his stopover in Swift Current, His Royal Highness Prince Edward, the Earl of Wessex, spent time in Moose Jaw, Saskatoon, and Regina. This is His Royal Highness's 37th visit to Canada and the 5th to Saskatchewan. The long-awaited long-term care facility project in Swift Current is moving forward following the Sod Turning ceremony. Provincial, city, and other project dignitaries were on hand for the official Sod Turning of the new $108.5 million long-term care facility in Swift Current. The ceremony has been long awaited by local residents and the Cypress Health region to replace 3 aging long-term care facilities in the community, and a project which has been on the Premier's radar for a number of years.
We're able to be here because of a P3 approach to it. We've got a project that's been designed in part by the staff and the residents and the families, and we're going to do it in a way that saves $16 million over another way we might have approached it, back in the day, so to speak, which we can use in government for other priorities.
The new 225-bed long-term care facility is a design, build, finance, maintain P3 project with Plenary Group, selected to partner with the Cypress Health region. Plenary has offices in Los Angeles and Vancouver and brings years of experience to the table.
So our responsibility really is to bring all of the talent in the team together as one team, and to make sure that we are understanding clearly what the needs of the community are, and then more importantly delivering on those needs very effectively. So we are taking that responsibility from day one all the way through the next 30 years.
An overall design which will create a new home-like atmosphere for long-term clients located adjacent to the Cypress Regional Hospital. Welcome news for local residents like Sandra Tchowski, whose husband suffers from MS and is now a resident of the Palliser Regional Care Center.
Well, it'll be pretty exciting because my he feels like he hasn't got anything left to live for, and this way at least he'll have something to look forward to, and he'll have his own, well, he does have a private room now, but he'll have his own room and just something brand new, and whereas the Palliser is getting pretty old.
And with the province covering 80% of the costs, with the community making up the remaining 20%, partnerships between the city's investment of $9.8 million and its surrounding municipalities play a key role in ensuring the total $15.7 million is raised locally. The arm of Excelsior is one of those area partners who has stepped forward with a commitment of $600,000.
Our municipality is reasonably close to the city, and we've worked together with the public health in Swift Current for quite a while. We helped in the hospital construction, we helped in the Herbert Hospital construction, and we've done a number of things through our municipality, and the ratepayers have all been very generous in that area, so I was completely optimistic that they would be supportive of this as well.
Work crews will move on to the site in the coming days, with the doors to the new long-term care facility in Swift Current set to open in the spring of 2016. Another exciting season of Market Square returns to downtown Swift Current, featuring live entertainment, fresh garden produce, crafts, and other unique vendors. Market Square, every Saturday at the corner of Central and Chaplin. Presented by Standard Motors, in partnership with Innovation Credit Union and Southwest TV News. The Swift Current Broncos finances were in the spotlight during their recent AGM. We have more in this report. Over the past number of years, the Swift Current Broncos have seen their ups and downs on the financial front. Back in 2010-11, the club suffered a major loss of over $197,000, then rebounded the following season with a profit of over $4,200, to a cash loss of over $13,000 in 2012-13. And with the latest paperwork in, the Swift Current Broncos are reporting a profit of $197,244 for the 2013-14 year.
We're looking at about $120,000 operational profit this year. On our books, it will show $197,000 profit. There's a non-cash adjustment that we're making of roughly $77,000 on the education fund. There's players have chosen not to pursue their education career, and so we can take that amount off that we had budgeted for.
Chufu further adds the crowd attending Broncos games has changed over the past several seasons, also contributing to the increase in revenues.
You're seeing younger faces and families in the building. We're also seeing that translate into higher sales at the concession stands, in the beverage areas, and also in our walk-up crowds. We've noticed quite a pickup in that.
And from a promotion side, the Broncos will continue with the occasional theme night, along with other events throughout the year to help raise additional dollars, while still trying to keep their expenses down.
For us, actually, we dropped our expense account last year by about $200,000. Big chunk of that was we didn't have that big event like we did the previous year with the Autumn Fun Fest, which was a huge expense for us and unfortunately didn't pan out on the revenue side. But there has been a little bit of a change in direction from the board that we want to focus on filling those seats and take a more active role in doing that. Having said that, yeah, we're looking at probably 3 events per year that are significant ones. So the PBR for sure will be continuing to do. That's always a success for us.
Further details on game tickets and other promotions are available online or through the stable. Another WHL season is underway, and we bring you some of the highlights from the Swift Current Broncos home opener.
It's game day in Swift Current again, as we saw the return of Broncos hockey to the iPlex. The new jerseys were at the stable, and the home opener tailgate party was underway for fans to gear up for the game. Still riding high from the playoff showing last season, Broncos supporters have high hopes for an even stronger performance in 2014-2015.
I think so. I think they're going to go for a couple rounds this year in playoffs for sure.
I think they should be all right. They get all the teams back, or players back from the training camp.
The game against Moose Jaw was a good sign, as the Broncos scored in the first and refused to let up, led by a Jay Merkley hat trick, to topple the Warriors 6-0. Even when play took a more physical turn, the Broncos showed they were able to keep up and hold their own. And while the season began with key players away at NHL camps, coach and general manager Mark Lamb has built a team that can compete all the way through the depth chart.
We have good young players in our organization, and we have guys that can come up and we can push certain veterans for spots, and that's exactly what's happened around here. And that's when you know that you're drafting good and you're doing good. When year after year you have guys that are coming in and pushing for spots. But I think the fans are very happy with the type of team that we have. We haven't had a whole lot of success yet, and hopefully that's the next step.
In the meantime, the fans were excited just to see another year of WHL action in Swift Current.
Go Broncos!
Go Broncos! Go Broncos!
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.